know it's going to be a great fight because these two bring excitement. They do. And would I want to see Derek Chisora in with a young peak Deontay Wilder? No, I wouldn't. Would I want to see Derek Chisora in with this version of Deontay Wilder? 1,000,000%. They're trying to cap it off and say it's my 50th fight. 1,000,000%. I want to watch that fight. I want to watch it. I know it's going to be exciting. It's going to be enthralling. I know what both guys are going to bring. So that's why I'm just going to go buy my popcorn and sit down ringside. You know what I mean? And munch along and watch this fight. It's going to be a very, very good fight.
I was going to ask you this a bit later in the interview, but you've already started it. What is this Deontay Wilder? What are we looking at? I mean, he said, Shelley Finkel, I think, said on stage that he was aware of an accident 2 days before the Parker fight. Is that, or what is this Deontay Wilder?
Listen, it may be true. That may be true that never happened. Yeah? It may be true that he was in accidents and all the rest of it and blah, blah, blah. I get it, right? But that still don't mean nothing. Because there's other fighters that have been in accidents and come out and still gone and fought and come out victorious. So when it is, then we can pick on these things. People don't care about those things, right? When Deontay Wilder is saying like, oh, I'm ready to go do this and that, then we shall see. But what I do know is that Derek Chisora is going to come and he's going to bring it because Derek doesn't know any other way to fight. Derek's not going to bounce on his toes and try and beat Muhammad Ali. No, he's going to come and try and fight you. And one thing that Derek is very good, but this has been taught from him, from Don Charles, is like how he fights. His hands are up, but he tucks his chin cleanly in here to fight you. He tucks his chin in. He's got to be careful from an overhand right that hits him on the temple from Deontay Wilder. He's got to be careful of that. But if you watch Derek Chisora now, especially when he fought Joe Joyce, he actually rides shots now. When big punches are coming at him, he knows how to ride. And Derek is a very, very clever veteran, and that's got a lot to do with like when he was down with Dave Caldwell, and like when he fought Parker, and even though he came out second best in those fights, but how he'd negate himself to the corner in the ring, and like he used the V to balance himself. So even if he was hurt, he could keep his focus, keep his composure, and then have a mental relapse to be okay and then start fighting again. So he does little clever things.
That's exactly what I was going to ask you. Like stylistically, is this almost, look, you can never say the perfect fight when it's Deontay Wilder sitting in front of you, but for someone like Chisora, who like I say he's a lot cleverer than he looks in the ring, isn't he? The way he boxes, the way he rides shots.
Derek's intelligent. Derek will phone me and we'll have good conversation about the game. Derek's intelligent. And he has to be because like I remember like 7-8 years ago we were saying, Derek, you should retire now. And he's still here and he's still getting the wins. There's a difference, you know what I mean? And they've been impressive wins as well. So all the credit, they have been impressive wins. He impressed me mightily against Joe Joyce. So you know what, we're sitting back and we shall see what's going to happen.
You talk about retirement, and I know Derek's been dead set. The missus won't let me.
Brother, it's absolute bullshit. I don't care. If Derek wins, he ain't retiring. Allow me from that nonsense. Trust me on that.
Well, if you was maybe Derek's team or Derek yourself, right, and you don't think that he's going to retire, what fight would you aim for? The Usyk rematch? Fury? What would you do?
I'd want, if he comes out victorious, hopefully he comes out victorious on Saturday, I think he should be pushing for the winner of Woodley versus Dubois. That's the reals. Because that will sell. So, and especially like you beating the former world champion in Deontay Wilder, that's the fight you should go and look for and then bow out on that.
Next week, Tyson Fury returns again. It's a big question mark. We don't know what he's going to bring, but from what you see, he looks in decent shape. But what do you expect?
Tyson Fury looks in excellent shape. He looks in excellent shape. So I see a complete shutout. You know what I mean? A complete shutout.
So if we've got a Tyson Fury in excellent shape, and again, we need to see him fight, but where does he rack up? I imagine you got Usyk at the top. Where does he stack there if you've got Fury in excellent shape?
I would put him just behind Fabio Woodley because of Fabio Woodley's wins that he's had. That's what I would, to be genuine. That's what I'd put him.
And just on the undercard, obviously Conor Benn returns. I mean, first of all, what do you make of that fight at 150, coming down in weight? What do you make of the Regis Prograis fight?
For the money he's getting, I like to see a better opponent. That's a real money grab. Fair play to him, man. God bless him. This game's not easy. So if you're getting that amount of money for fighting Regis Prograis, who's a good fighter, but he's a good fighter at 140. So yeah, you know, I'm still interested and intrigued to see it, but I'm not like I have to be there. It's not one of those ones.
And just last one, Spencer. I mean, everyone that I've asked this question, they've said they don't care. But I'm going to ask you anyway. Eddie Hearn said that he thinks Conor's going to get booed to the ring. But I mean, what do you make of this whole saga? And do you think he's going to get booed? What do you make of it all?
No, he's not. Eddie Hearn's putting that narrative to plant it in people's heads. He's not going to get booed. You know why? Because people are groupie bitches, right? I was at the British Border Control annual luncheon. And when I was at the luncheon, Conor Benn arrived. Fair play to me. Apologised to Drew McKenzie, which I filmed. And then afterwards, when it finished, everybody's rushing for autographs and pictures. Nah, and I know these are the same ones that were slagging him off and all the rest of it. I do not believe that Conor Benn will get booed on the way to the ring, simply because they're doing a big PR drive to clean him up, knowing that, right, you did people thinking that you did a bad thing by leaving Eddie Hearn. But there are other fighters that have been with Eddie Hearn that won't have the best stories to talk about Eddie Hearn. I'm just being real, so we shall see.
I'm really sorry, Spencer. Just one more. Conor Benn, like you say, he's such a big name and probably the biggest in that division from Britain. If you was to put him in there with, let's say, these elite guys, Ryan Garcia, even Shakur if he was to go up in weight, Devin Haney, how much of a chance do you give Conor Benn at 147?
Conor Benn can go with anyone and cause anybody trouble because of his style of fighting. I mean, on that note, I've got to quickly bounce.
Sorry, Spencer. Thank you very much. Take care. Thank you.